I'm Linnea Crowther, your host.
I'm your host,
I
Linnea
run the
Crowther.
news desk
I'm
at
the news editor at
legacy.com. Head
legacy.com,
over
where
there
you
to
can
read
read
the
full
full
obituaries
stories
for
and
most
share
of the
your
people
own
featured
words
in
of
this
comfort
video
on
and
each
leave your own
person's page.
condolences on their legacy
Huge
page.
loss today. Music legend Clive Davis has died.
Record
He
executive
passed at
Clive
home in New
Davis
York
died
City
June
on
22nd, 2026 at his home in New York City
He
at
was
the age of 94.
This man built the music business.
The
He
one-time
ran
president of Columbia Records
Then
and
he
the
started
founder and
Arista
longtime
Records
president
and
of
led it for
Arista
years.
Records, he had
He
a
helped make
profound
stars out of
impact on
Whitney
popular
Houston,
music,
Bruce
helping
Springsteen,
launch
and
the
Earth,
careers
Wind
of
& Fire,
artists like
plus so
Whitney
many
Houston,
others.
Bruce
Davis earned a
Springsteen,
spot
Earth, Wind
in the
&
Rock
Fire,
and Roll
and
Hall of
many
Fame.
more.
His mark on music will last forever.
Davis is being remembered as a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for his decades-long influence on the genre. Economist Alan Greenspan died June 22, 2026 of complications from Parkinson's disease at the age of 100.
Died June 22nd,
Singer and songwriter David Clayton Thomas died June 24, 2026 at a hospital in Toronto at the age of 84.
20 years, he ran the Federal Reserve.
He was the lead singer for Blood, Sweat and Tears, known for jazz rock hits like Spinning Wheel and When I Die and You've Made Me So Very Happy.
Works today. He steered the country
Clayton Thomas is being remembered for his powerful voice and his onstage charisma.
Writer Jill Smokler has died. Glioblastoma took her on June 22, 2026.
Football player Steve Zabel died in June 2026 at the age of 78.
It gave parents a place to laugh, cry,
He was a
and feel
linebacker
less
and
alone in
tight
the
end
wild
for the
ride of
Philadelphia
raising
Eagles,
kids.
New England Patriots,
Smokler
and
also
Baltimore
wrote hit
Colts in the
books, including
1970s.
Confessions of a Scary Mommy.
Zabel is
Music
also
World
being remembered
Morning
for his
Again.
All-American
David
college
Clayton
career
Thomas
at the
died
University
June
of Oklahoma.
2026 in a Toronto hospital. He was 84. He fronted Blood, Sweat and Tears. His voice powered
Singer
huge
Bo
hits like
Williams
Spinning Wheel
died June
and
17,
When I Die,
2026
and You've Made
of
Me So
cancer
Very
at the age
Happy.
of 76.
Fans remember his booming voice and
He
his
was a
electric
gospel
stage
singer
presence.
known for songs like
Football
There's
World
Just
and
Something
Morning.
About You
Steve
and You Are the
Zabel has
One,
died this
and for
June
his Dove Award-winning
2026.
album
He was
Wonderful.
78 years old. He played
Williams
linebacker
is being
and tight
remembered
end in
as
the
a
NFL.
Star Search
His teams,
champion who
the
also
Eagles,
appeared
the
on
Patriots,
BET,
and the Colts
TBN,
back in the
and more.
1970s. Before that, Zabel was an All-American star at the University of Oklahoma, a true gridiron great.
Author and blogger Jill Smokler died June 22, 2026 of glioblastoma at the age of 48. He was chair of the Federal Reserve for nearly 20 years, serving under 4 presidents from Ronald Reagan to George W. Bush. Greenspan is being remembered for his profound influence on the U.S. economy as he navigated financial bubbles and crises. She founded the
Gospel
Scary
music
Mommy
lost
blog,
a
sharing the
giant.
ups and downs
Bo
of
Williams
parenthood
died
and building
June
a community
17,
where other moms
2026.
could share their joys
Cancer
and
took him at
frustrations.
age 76. His
Smokler
voice
is also
soared
being
on
remembered
gospel
for
hits
writing
like There's Just
best-selling
Something
books
About
like
You
Confessions
and
of a
You
Scary
Are the
Mommy.
One. His album Wonderful even won a Dove Award. Before all that, Williams won big on Star Search.
He directed
He also
beloved
lit up
sitcoms
screens
like
on BET
Frasier,
and
Friends,
TBN.
The Mary Tyler Moore
TV
Show,
lost a
Taxi,
master
Laverne and
storyteller.
Shirley, and
Director
many more.
James Burrows died June
Burrows
19,
is being remembered for
2026.
co-creating
He
the
was
classic
85.
sitcom
He
Cheers,
shaped
as well as
comedy on our
directing
screens.
hundreds of the
Think
show's
Frasier,
episodes.
Friends, The Mary
TV
Moore
director
Tyler Show,
James Burrows
Taxi,
died
and
June
Laverne and
19,
Shirley.
2026 at
But
the age
Burrows
of 85.
will always be tied to Cheers. He helped create it, then directed hundreds of its episodes. Get ready.
Two of the most famous women of the
from
1980s who died
both
tragically
gone
young
way too
would have
soon,
celebrated
would have hit
landmark
big
birthdays this week.
week.
But before
first,
we mark those
3 amazing
anniversaries,
stories
I
caught
want
my
to
eye
share
on
3
legacy.com
remarkable
this
life
week.
stories I read
These
at
aren't
legacy.com
celebrities.
this
They're
week.
everyday people
Not
who did
famous
truly
people, but
amazing
everyday
things,
people whose
and their
families honored them
made
for
sure we
accomplishing
remember
some
them.
really meaningful
Meet Norman
things.
Cantor. You don't know his name.
You've
but
never
you know
heard
his
of Norman
work.
Cantor,
This
an
Chicago
advertising
ad
creative
man dreamed
director
up
from
the name
Chicago, but
Lunchables
he's the
for
person
Oscar
who
Mayer.
came up with the
Then
name
there's
for one of
Susan
Oscar
Brown from
Mayer's most
Colorado.
successful
She
products,
spent her whole life
Lunchables.
teaching deaf students. She built the National Association
Susan
of
Brown
Interpreters
from
in
Colorado
Education.
dedicated
In
her life to helping
2045,
deaf
Colorado
students
gave
learn.
her a huge
She
honor
founded
for
the
her work.
National Association of
And don't
Interpreters in
forget Ronald
Education,
Kidd
and
from
in
Nashville.
2025, the
He
state
wrote
of
14
Colorado
books for
honored
kids,
her for her
covering
outstanding
mystery, comedy,
service.
and history. The American Library Association
And
praised
Ronald
his
Kidd
work.
from
He
Nashville
also
wrote
worked at
14
Walt
books
Disney
for young
Records
readers
and a
ranging
major
from mystery
publishing
to
house.
comedy to history.
Here's the thing.
His
Any
novels were
family can
honored
share
by the
their loved
American
one's
Library
story on
Association,
legacy.com,
and he also
in
worked
print
at Walt
and
Disney
online.
Records and
Just
the
go to
United Methodist
legacy.com
Publishing
and
House.
pick your way back 55 years ago,
At
rock icon Jim
legacy.com,
Morrison
any family
died
can
at just
publish an
27.
obituary in honor of a
He led
loved
the
one's
Doors with
memory
wild
online
energy
and in
gave
local
us
newspapers
classics like
everywhere.
Light My Fire
Just visit
and Hello, I Love
legacy.com
You.
and select
This
your
week
local
also marks
community.
65 years since Princess Diana was born. She died young.
In
August
addition to featuring
1997,
current deaths
at
in the
only
news,
36.
legacy.com
The
also
world
honors
knew her
the
for
lives
her
and
huge
legacies of
heart,
notable
fighting
people who
AIDS
died in the
stigma and
past.
pushing to
Here are
ban
some of
deadly
this week's
landmines.
anniversaries. 5 years ago this week, actor Stuart Damon died at the age of 84. He starred on General Hospital for decades as Dr. Alan Quartermain, and he played the prince in the popular 1965 TV adaptation of Cinderella. Remembered for his starring roles in Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, and Highway to Heaven. 55 years ago this week, singer and songwriter Jim Morrison died at the age of 27. He was the highly influential frontman for The Doors, beloved for his rebellious charisma and for songs like Light My Fire and Hello, I Love You. Diana, Princess of Wales, was born 65 years ago this week. She died in
And 80
August
years ago this
1997
week,
at the age
funny
of
woman
36.
Gilda Radner
A
was
beloved
born.
member of the
She
British
died
royal
way too
family,
soon,
she
in
was
May
known for her
1989
activism
at
on behalf
42.
of such
She
causes
was
as
one of the
AIDS
original
awareness and
Saturday Night
removal of
Live stars,
landmines.
famous for characters like Rosanna Dana
Comedian
and
and actress
Latella.
Gilda Radner was
Every
born
single
80
week,
years ago this
American
week.
towns
She
lower their
died in May
flags to
1989
honor
at the
people
age
they've
of
lost.
42.
Here are this
One of the
week's
original
half-staff
cast
tributes.
members of Saturday Night
Arizona
Live,
lowered
she
flags
always
for
made us laugh
retired
with
Major
hilarious
General
characters
David
like
P.
Rosanna
Radchak.
Dana and
He
Emily
led the state's
Latella.
Adjutant General Office and its Emergency and Military Affairs Department.
Every week in the
Iowa
United
lowered
States,
flags
flags
for
are
State
lowered
Senator
to half-staff
Julianne
to
Garrett.
honor the lives of Americans
Michigan
whose
lowered
communities
flags
are
for
mourning their
former State
loss.
Senator
Here
Robert
are the
Geek.
most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Arizona have been lowered to honor the memory of retired Major General David P. Radczak, who served as Arizona Adjutant General and Director of the Arizona Department of Emergency and Military Affairs. Flags in Iowa have been lowered to honor the memory of State Senator Julianne Garrett. Flags in Michigan have been lowered to honor the memory of former State Senator Robert Geek. Flags in Wyoming have been lowered to honor the memory of Tallie Page Dresser and Gregory Trosper
Wyoming
Jr.
lowered flags for Tallie
Flags in
Page
Alaska
Dresser
have been
and
lowered
Gregory
to honor the
Trasher
memory of
Jr.
former state
Alaska
representative
lowered
Susan
flags for
Sullivan.
Former state representative
Flags
Susan
in
Sullivan.
Maine have been lowered to
Maine
honor the
lowered
memory of
flags for
Searsmont
Searsport
Assistant Fire Chief Wayne Woodbury, who died of
He died
injuries
from
sustained in
injuries
the
he
line of
got